Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing. This is race 2 of round 2 of our reverse grid championship on GT Sport. Again, GR3 cars at Red Bull Ring. This is the reverse grid. Mr. Slow on pole from Rodas, Footman, Keith. As we wait for the start, lights will go on any minute now. And lights out, away we go. Good start with everyone. Lillian, really good start from the third row. Lillian through to third place by the start. Let's have a look mid-pack. Task one up the inside. Banzai into the first corner and takes off the field out. Just a little bit too eager into the first corner there, Task one. But as we work his way up to turn 2, got a good pack in the middle here. Mr. Slow One still in the lead. Rodas up the inside. Lillian up the inside of him. Oh, 3 wide. And then everyone else trying to fold through. Nick Ash, Footman running out wide. Jamo and Seek one up the inside. Jamo ahead. Footman trying to go with him as they all go down towards turn 3. Lillian looking for the lead. Mr. Slow One in second. Onto the brakes. Lillian gets the lead. Mr. Slow One almost being hung out to dry in second place, down to third. Cyrex will take advantage of that as well. Jamo up the inside of Footman as we go round. And oh, TY's took to the gravel at the back. TY's been squeezed out further back. Footman trying to go up the inside of Jamo here. Jamo gives him space. Footman says, I'm going to keep up the inside. Jamo says, no you don't. There's contact. And Jamo's gone round. And bang. Mr. Slow One avoids. Bidster takes to the grass. Footman slowing down. Why are you slowing down there, Footman? Get round the corner. If you're going to let someone back through, get on with it. And then let him past. And there's Jamo recovering in 13th. He'll not be a happy boy after that, but we'll get a replay on all that action. Here's a replay of the Jamo Footman incident on board receipts. You see Footman's just up the inside and Jamo turns in. Footman doesn't even turn in towards the apex and then stays on the curb, hit, keeps the power on, doesn't back out the power to let Jamo go, and then causes quite a big pile up behind. Let's have a look at this now on board with Jamo on the bumper cams. We've got a mirror as well. Into the corner, Footman's on the inside. We give plenty of space, Footman hits us, and then Footman keeps the power on, keeps hitting us round, and then causes this pile up. Jamo spinning round. There's seeking the gravel, and then we end up backwards in the gravel also. Action. As we come back towards the leaders at the end of the first lap, Lillian in the lead, Rodas second for now, Cyrex looking for second in the other BMW. The BMW and the Porsche side by side, coming up towards turn 1. Rodas on the brakes. Cyrex has to fall behind, Rodas goes wide, so does Mr. Slow One. And Keith takes advantage of that, Lillian in the lead. Cyrex and Rodas side by side. Keith's ahead of Mr. Slow One now. As we look at Rodas and Cyrex into the hairpin. Cyrex on the inside, Rodas tries to turn in on him, but no, there's a car there, you can't turn in on someone when they're there. Mr. Slow One goes wide, Task One goes through. Neil, Bidster, TY. The guys who should be further up front, obviously had to start from the back because it was reverse grid, still struggling to get through the field. TY and Bidster side by side down towards the next corner now. As you look at Mr. Slow One in this pack. Keith, 4th place. Rodas down to 3rd with trying to keep with Cyrex. Task One side by side with Keith. And the Z4 practically pushing that M6 through the corners. As a look at the inside into turn 5, no way through there. Keith having a little look at Rodas as well. Whoa, close stuff there between Keith and Rodas. Task One right behind Keith now. Task One up the inside, coming down towards Rint. The second to last corner. Task One up the inside. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Tries to go for a move up the inside. Keith gives him space. Task One through. Keith saying not on your life, but no, it did. There's Task One through the 4th place. Keith getting caught by Mr. Slow One now. Mr. Slow One going for the move up the inside to pass Keith. And here comes Neil, TY and Bidster to get more points. Mr. Slow One up the inside of Keith. Does he get the car stopped? Oh, just about. Keith goes back up the inside though, so Mr. Slow One, good stuff, but almost makes it stick. Neil Farmack saying, I'll follow you through, Keith. Let's have another look at this move by Mr. Slow One. Good to see this, because not even along the inside, and now brakes, really late, turns in, and just about keeps the car on the road. Good effort there by Mr. Slow One, Keith. So Keith going through with Neil. TY might have a look at Mr. Slow One as well, as Neil's having a look at Keith on the brakes. Into the corner, has to back out with Mr. Slow One right round the outside. He's going to lose traction there. Bidster saying, I want to get involved in this as well. Wait for me, chaps. as we go down towards turn 3. Neil side by side with Mr. Slow on. Biz has mugged TY out of that corner as well. All happening here. Neil up the inside, Biz trying to follow him through. Mr. Slow one's going to get hung out to dry here. TY's almost pushing Biz, saying, come on, get on with it. As we go down towards the next corner. Biz defence from TY. No, you don't, Sunshine. Not there. Mr. Slow one, just in a matter of corners, all the way down from 4th to 9th. Just shows you anything can happen, and one little mistake and you are absolutely hung out to dry, and you end up going near the back. Footman there in 10th, TY just ahead. Jamo in 11th now, Seat 1 and Nick Hash. I think they've had a coming together as well, so we'll get a replay on that as well from what happened. But Liliam out in the lead. Got a good lead, Liliam. Cyrex there in 2nd place. Tas 1 3rd, Rodas 4th, Neil catching him in 5th, Keith 6th, Biz to 7th, and TY catching the Porsche now. In the background, Mr. Slow One has a little look at the inside of Footman. Is he going to have a look at me? Have a look for a move? No, backs out of it, lets Footman go. It's a bit more sensible that time. As we look, there's Lilian, there's Cyrex. Tas 1 coming up as well. Rodas and Neil towing Keith. Oh, Bidster goes to the side. He must have outbraked himself, so he moved out to the side just to stop. Oh, and Keith goes back across in front of TY, and then Bidster says, oh, thank you very much, I'll take it back. Thank you very much, Keith. How nice of you. As he goes through, and Neil trying to have a look at Rodas now. Neil Farmack in the SLS up the inside of Rodas. And gets, oh no, sideways from Neil, gets a bit too eager on the power and goes backwards. Bidster's going to have a look here as well up the inside. Bidster up the inside of Neil into turn 4, sorry, gets it done. Bidster up the inside, but he's going wide. Neil's going to go back up the inside. Neil's not going to give up without a fight. Bidster trying to go around the outside of him, use that grip of the Porsche, and oh, but the Mercedes is still there as well. Oh, brilliant stuff. As you come towards the next corner, the Mercedes will have a bit more speed than the Porsche, but the Porsche is just ahead, tucks in front. So Neil back down to 6th place now. So Keith watching in the wings. TY trying to get past Keith and say, oh yeah, I want to keep up with those guys. I'm battling with those guys for the championship. There's not many points between all these guys in the championship. There we go into turn 1. Everyone just about neatly through there as well. Keith being caught by TY there. TY got a good run out of that corner. Now he'll use the extra bit of straight line speed from the GTR to pull alongside, just pull ahead. Should be able to outbrake him into the next corner with ease. Into the braking zone. Bidster up the inside of Rodas, sorry. Bidster up the inside of Rodas. Fantastic move there by Bidster. Straight up the inside. Mr. Slow on hung out to drive from Footman. And Bidster's over to 4th place. Good move by Bidster there. Neil Farmack looking in Rodas's draft now to have a look round. Let's see. Rodas defends. Neil couldn't get past there. As he just has a little contact with Rodas. TY gets held up and TY says thank you. Keith says thank you very much Lee as well. And so does Footman. Neil in one little mistake back down to 9th place. So and he's trying to go around the outside of Footman now. He don't like being passed like that. He's going to get around the outside and going to try and go around the outside of Keith as well. Keith has to fold in. Keith's in a TY Neil sandwich, and I can't think of a worse sandwich to be in. As you've got Neil now attacking Keith, looking up the inside. TY looking at Rodas as well. Neil Farmack, a little attempt to get past Keith there, but no way through there. As you come down to the last corner, Rodas defending. He's holding a really big train up here. I think Bidster might be able to get away here if he can get on with it, and TY can sense that. Moves alongside Rodas to try and overtake him into the first corner. If he doesn't do this now, Bidster's gone. And he goes on the inside, clean move, well done. TY gets past Rodas. Neil keeps Keith behind. Up to 7th place. Footman and Mr. Slow One join in, and Jamo's back in this now. It's the return of Jamo in the Jaguar. There he is in that Jaguar, the green and white one. There he is, number 98. Looking to get some vengeance from this race. I mean, getting muscled out by Footman earlier on. There's Rodas being attacked by Neil Farmack now. Neil Farmack has a little look at the inside, just goes back in, just trying to make him look in his mirrors, keep the pressure on Rodas. Every time he's got to try and pass a car, it seems to be Rodas. So, definitely got a nemesis in this championship. Keeps keeping Footman back as well. So all just settling down a little bit now, which is good. Gives me time to breathe as we go down towards turn 5. Very important corner. You've got to carry some speed through here and then get a good run, just like Neil Farmack's doing there, catching Rodas slowly. The Rodas isn't as good in the straight line. The Porsche, one of the slowest in the straight line, but one of the best around the corners as Footman looks up the inside of Keith now. But no way through there. Rodas still holds on. They both run wide. Rodas, track limits there. Rodas, a definite track limits call there. Running wide, and Neil almost on the way out, but not quite. So Rodas runs wide there. You have to be careful not to do that too many times in this race. As Neil looks up the inside of Rodas into the first corner, up the inside, Rodas gives him space, Neil gives him space as well. Good driving there by them two to go side by side through there. As we're still side by side coming up towards the next hairpin, we're just going to quickly nip to the second place battle. Cyrex is still in front of Task 1, but only just. But as we look back at these boys, Rodas, Neil up the inside, Rodas goes in there just to get rid of a penalty. Jamo up the inside of Footman. It's battle on traction now. That Beetle's got good traction, but the Jaguar's got better top end. As we come down now towards turn 3. Jamo versus Footman on the brakes. Jamo up the inside, Footman gives him a bit of space, but that Beetle just able to drive around the outside. Phenomenal grip in that Beetle. The Beetle and the Porsche, definitely the two best cars around the corners as Footman just gives Jamo just about an inch. Not much. Oh, Rodas is off the road. Rodas has gone off. And Footman goes through. Jamo goes through the other way, tries to go through the other way as well as Rodas rejoins, but Rodas rejoins in front of Jamo, so Jamo can't capitalise on that. I think that was just a mistake by Rodas, but we'll get a replay. Here's a look back at what happened to Rodas. So you see Neil's quite far back here. So Rodas goes into the corner and he's just going wide, he's going to hit the grass. There he goes, he's on the gravel, and Keith so lucky to miss him, and Footman also. As we come back from that, Jamo goes up the inside of Rodas. Rodas squeezes him onto the curb, slamming the door in Jamo's face. We'll get another replay on that. Here's a look at the Jamo-Rodas incident as we go into the turn 6. And you see there, Rodas comes across, doesn't give Jamo any space, and then squeezes him onto the grass. As we look at Keith and Footman now, coming down towards the first corner. Keith, Footman. Liliam still in the lead of this race. Liliam having the drive of his life for in LPB racing. Neil Farmack a bit wide out the first corner. Got to watch them track limits, boys. As we look at Cyrex in third place, being caught now by Bidster and TY. Bidster and TY getting their heads down in this race. So TY and Bidster cashing up Cyrex, so that'll be a battle to watch out in a few laps. Neil Farmack in 6th, Keith 7th, so Neil needs to try and gap these guys now. So 7th for Keith, Footman in 8th, Jamo in 9th, Rodas in 10th, Mr. Slow in 11th, and Seat 1 back there in 12th with Nick Hash in 13th as well. Always just going right wide off the road, not having a good few races as Nick Hash in this one, so unlucky for him. There's Neil Farmack in 5th, pulling away. Let's have a little look at Footman and Keith there. As Cyrex has gone backwards. Cyrex has gone off completely. Cyrex goes back to 10th place, so we'll get a replay on that as well. Here's a replay of what happened to Cyrex off camera. So he goes into the third corner, and then I think he's gone wide. He's gone wide onto the gravel, and he's spun. Whoa, Bidster so lucky to avoid him in the middle of the track. TY as well, and now he's recovering, and then he's getting passed by quite a few people. There he is, and that's what happened to Cyrex. So after watching that replay, we come back. Keith and Footman at it. Footman up the inside of the BMW. Keith slightly covering it off, and covers it off well into Rint. Doesn't run wide as well, keeping well within those track limits, which is good. As you go out the last corner, Footman closes up, but that BMW will have good straight line speed, so it's going to be hard for the Beetle to pull alongside. But having said that, the Beetle's just alongside anyway. He must have got a fantastic run out that last corner. He's up the inside on the brakes and goes, oh, does he go through? Yes, he does, and the BMW can't capitalise. Good move there by Footman on the inside of Keith, and Jamo says, I want to take advantage of the speed loss as well. And I think with the speed that Jamo's got, he might even be able to pull alongside Footman. But we'll soon see as we go into the hairpin. So Keith goes to the inside to defend. Jamo has to fold in the end, but he'll try and get some good traction out of here. But Keith, again in that BMW, good traction from that BMW out the corners. As we look at TY and Bidster now battling it out for the last of the podium spots. Task One and Lil Yam looking safe at the front. As we look further back, Jamo up the inside of Keith into turn 3, but no, Keith keeps the position for now. Jamo not able to pull alongside. It's Mr. Slow on there in 10th behind Cyrex, and for the and nearer the back, Rodas and Seat One close together as well. So we look back, yeah, it's Rodas and Seek. Rodas running a little bit wide there. Seek will be able to get up the inside into 5. Will be able to keep it up the inside. Very dangerous place to try and overtake. And almost contact between them two there, but they just about give each other enough room. As we look at our third place battle now, TY and Bidster still battling hammer and tongs. I think we've got a couple of cars side by side towards the last corner. Jamo through on Keith. Jamo gets past Keith. So Jamo into 7th place. So Jamo on the move to get more points than this. He's still in the championship fight up near the top of the leaderboard, so he needs to get every single point he can. Same goes for everyone else, but Jamo's got more of a reason because he's up near the top. And that Jaguar F-Type looking good in this race. Meanwhile, here's our leader Lil Yam on lap 10 to 13, still in front, and he's got a commanding leader, do I have to say. He's looking for his first win with LPB Racing. So Lil Yam doing well so far, just got to keep it consistent and clean. Same for Task One in 2nd place. TY in 3rd with Bidster right behind him. Two drivers that usually go to war, and it's quite a fair war. As I think we've got Rodas running wide in the background. Seat One there as well, the inside. So Seat One into 11th place, Rodas down to 12th now. As we look a bit further ahead, Footman and Jamo now are close together. So Footman gone back into the clutches of Jamo. Jamo on the move. That F-Type looking very, very good here. Well planted, good grip, good acceleration, and a good driver behind the wheel. Jamo yet to win a championship. He's won quite a few races in the past, but he's yet to win in other sim racing in other sim racing leagues. But he's not yet to win in LPB racing. But he's looking good for a win here. With the pace, I would imagine he'll want some kind of win today. Obviously, he's not in it for the win in this one, but he's in it for 6th place. Up the inside of Footman. Up the inside, Footman holds on around the outside. That phenomenal grip of the Beetle, saving his place there for now. Jamo will be back on him by the next corner. As we look back, Seat One and Mr. Slow on there together. As Jamo around the outside of Footman now. Footman on the inside to defend into the hairpin. But this is where, the Beetle's gone wide. He's outbraked himself. He's on the curb. He's got no traction and he's lost 2 places. Jamo takes it, and Keith as well. So Keith at the right place at the right time to take that place. The camera's just funny there. Here we go. Keith behind Jamo now. Jamo defending from Keith. Keith having a look in that BMW. Footman staying with him. Jamo goes a bit wide. Keith's on the right hand side now. Footman looking at the inside of Keith as well. Footman up the inside of Keith into 4. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but the BMW keeps the pace around the outside and keeps the place for now. Footman still looking left, looking right. He's not going to have a go into 5, surely. Keith gives him room if he wants to have a go. And good driving between them two. Good spatial awareness from Keith. Speaking of spatial awareness, there was a lack of it there. There was a contact. He's going down towards turn 2. Onto the brakes. Inside, Keith defends. Footman will try and go to the inside again, but no way around there. Keith sits on the inside line, defending, and now uses that speed of the BMW, but that Beetle's pulling alongside. Cyrex closing up as well. Lap 12. They're not going to show them try and make it 3 wide into the first corner, hopefully not. Keith up the inside of Footman onto the brakes. Footman's probably going to keep hold of this. Yes, he does. Keith. Got mugged by Cyrex around the outside there, so unlucky for Keith, lost another place to Cyrex. Cyrex catches Footman now. As we look a bit further ahead, Bidster and TY being caught by Neil. Neil really on the move there. TY in 3rd, Task One 2nd, Lil Yam in the lead, still with a good lead out front. So there's Bidster in 4th. Let's have a look back at this. Keith and Cyrex. So Cyrex is in front of Keith now for definite. Cyrex in front of Keith in the old M3. So the M3 beats the M6. As we come down towards turn 3, Keith having a little look up the inside. He's going for a dive up the inside. Cyrex, wise enough just to let the car run in a bit hotter and give him a bit more space. But good driving there by Keith. Good to see Keith having a good look, good stab at the action. As we go around this long turn 4 in downhill into turn 5. Round this long left into a little kink right. Cyrex a little bit wide there, but nothing too much to worry about. There's Bidster there with TY in front of him. So Bidster and TY onto the last lap as well. Lil's already on his last lap. He's already halfway up towards turn 2. There's Bidster having a look at TY now. Last chance for Bidster to try and get on the podium. Squirming that Porsche, get as much acceleration as he can. The orange Porsche with the Union Jack flashing his lights. That's definitely a sign it's Bidster. Coming up behind that white Nissan of TY. Into the braking zone. Oh, a little bit of a tap there, I think. But I think everything was alright. TY gets a bit squirmy under acceleration. But once that power is down, that Nissan will not be caught. As we go down towards turn 3. TY defending the inside. And Bidster tries to go around the outside sideways. Tries to keep the traction around the outside. TY's a little slidey moment there as well. We'll just go back to his leader just to see where he is. Or he's just there. I thought he was going to cross the line. It was a back marker just crossing the line. I think it was Nick Hash. There's Bidster and TY side by side almost round turn 4. Downward towards turn 5. Last couple of chances for Bidster now. He needs to get a good run onto this back straight, and he is doing. But I don't think that Porsche is going to have the speed compared to the Nissan. As we come down towards Rint Curve, the second to last corner, TY hard on the defensive now. With Bidster. Bidster just behind. Probably going to try and go for a little last corner lunge, but still, our winner, Lil Yam, first win in LPB Racing. He's been working hard for this. Well done, Lil Yam. Merci beaucoup. Well done. You are the winner in LPB Racing. Task 1 is second, and O'Neill got TY and Bidster on the line. Incredible. We missed that. We'll have to get a replay on that. Here's a look at how Neil stole that podium in the last few corners. TY ahead, defending from Bidster. Bidster having a look left, looking right. Just the way he's not going to make it through here. Tries to get as good a run as he can. TY, made a mistake out of the corner and slows up, and then Neil's on the outside, and then just takes them both. Fantastic stuff. But as we come back from that replay, Jamo is 6th. Cyrex is going to come through in 7th. Keith in 8th place, Seat 1 9th, Footman is 10th, Mr. Slow One's going to be 11th, Rodas is going to come through in 12th place in the other Porsche, and Nick Hash unfortunately in 13th place. Unlucky for some, and definitely for Nick Hash it is. So Nick Hash in 13th place. But there's your winner. Okay guys, let's take you through those results. So it was Lil Yam who takes his first win with LPB Racing in the M3. Then it was Task 1 second in the Z4. Neil Farmack just pipping TY and Bidster at the line in the Mercedes. And then it was Jamo in 6th place in the F-Type, Cyrex 7th place in the M3, Keith in the M6 in 8th place, then it was Seat 1 9th, Footman in 10th place in the Beetle, then it was Mr. Slow One in another M3 in 11th, Rodas 12th, and Nick Hash rounds out the 13. TY with the fastest lap in the Nissan GTR of a 1:28.4. But there's your winner, first time winner of in LPB Racing, Lil Yam. Good job by him, and we'll see you for race 3. Take care.